Well, when it came to the officers' performance evaluations, those were heavily redacted, so there wasn't much we could pull from there. But their awards and commendations were not redacted. And we actually found out that one of those awards you talked about was given to one of the officers this month, well after Manuel Ellis's homicide and as that investigation was underway. These are the 4 Tacoma police officers who responded the night Manuel Ellis was killed in police custody: Christopher Burbank, Matthew Collins, Masai Ford, and Timothy Rankin. We discovered that Collins got a certificate of recognition from the city of Tacoma for, quote, 5 years of dedicated and responsible service. It's dated this month, the same month that he and the other officers were put on leave for the second time over the killing of Manuel Ellis. What the files do not show is any mention of Ellis, despite the fact that the officers were initially placed on leave in March over his killing. The officers' files are filled with pages upon pages of personnel evaluations, but they are almost entirely redacted in the name of privacy. What is not redacted are the officers' awards and commendations: 12 commendations for Collins over 5 years and 6 for Burbank. Ford was named Employee of the Month last year. There's also information about the officers' training, something that Tacoma Police Chief Don Ramsdell prides his department on, as he told us last week.
We do go through a lot of training for our officers, which includes, again, as indicated earlier, crisis intervention training. We go through implicit bias training, cultural diversity training.
Over about 5 years, Officer Burbank had 38 hours of some form of bias, equity, or diversity training. Officer Collins had just over 22 hours. But compare that to the amount of weapons training they had over the same period of time. Burbank had 140 hours of firearms training. Collins had 336 hours. Ford and Rankin had been with the department for just over 2 years and just over 1 year, respectively. Ford had 6 hours of diversity and bias training. Rankin had none. The files mention no use of force incidents and only one disciplinary action over a fender bender that Burbank was involved in. But because those performance evaluations were almost entirely blacked out, it's really tough to tell whether there's anything of note in there that might have been missed. Live in Tacoma, Kristen Ayers, King 5 News.